naglaro ng Jenga blocks? It's a game where you build a tower out of wooden blocks. Minsan nga kung kailan mataas na yung nabubuo natin sa kapag bumabagsak. At kapag bumagsak, it's either buuin natin ulit or we give up. Sa pagbuo nito, it takes a lot of patience, concentration, and awareness dahil baka guluhin ka ng mga taong nasa paligid mo at the tendency baka bumagsak ulit yung Jenga blocks. Sa panahon ni Nehemiah, hindi Jenga blocks ang nirebuild nila, but rather the wall of Jerusalem. That time, Nehemiah is far from Jerusalem because he works for the king of Persia. Nakareceive siya ng news from a friend and told him that the walls of Jerusalem is broken down and its gates burned. This made Nehemiah sad. He fasted and prayed to God for several days. And in Nehemiah chapter 1 verse 11, Nehemiah said, "O Lord, please hear my prayer. Listen to the prayers of those of us who delight in honoring you. Please grant me success today by making the king favorable to me. Put it into his heart to be kind to me." Now, Nehemiah is a good example of a person na merong patience. May mga nagsasabi na he prayed 4 months before God answered his first prayer. It's the time when he asked the king if he can go back to Jerusalem to rebuild the wall. And guess what? The king said yes. The king granted his requests because the gracious hand of God is upon Nehemiah. God answered his prayer. At mababasa po natin ito sa Nehemiah chapter 2. Hindi lang patience sa prayer ang makikita natin sa story, but also patience na pinakita ni Nehemiah in reconstructing the wall. It took them 52 days at hindi naging madali ang proseso. Katulad sa buhay natin, minsan nadadapa, our heart gets broken, but God rebuilds and restores it. Sometimes it takes time. Iba-iba kasi yung progress at facing natin. But what's important is we trust God. Magtiwala na He is doing something. Sa panahon ngayon, di ba gusto natin yung instant, yung mabilis, yung may resulta agad. But we should slow down and wait on God's timing. In rebuilding the wall, hindi lang si Nehemiah ang kumilos. The Israelites helped each other. It is written in Nehemiah chapter 3 verse 2. People from the town of Jericho worked next to them, and beyond them was Zaccur, son of Imi, and so on. Ngayon, tanggapin man natin o hindi, the truth is, we need each other. Sabi sa Galatians chapter 6 verse 2, share each other's burdens, and in this way, obey the law of Christ. No one does anything alone. You need a bubble of love around you. And other people needs love also. Always be ready to receive God's love every day. In the same way, be ready to share God's love to everyone. Kasi kailangan ng tao ng pagmamahal. So while they are in the process of rebuilding, their enemies, yung mga non-Jews, tried to intimidate them, mocking them, made fun of them, at nagpaplano kung paano sila papabagsakin. In Nehemiah chapter 6 verse 9, sinabi ni Nehemiah sa mga tao, they were just trying to intimidate us, imagining that they could discourage us and stop the work. So, I continued to work with even greater determination. In life, the enemy will keep on telling lies, susubukan na i-discourage tayo para mag-give up. Minsan naman may mga thoughts that creates doubt sa puso natin, nakakapagpalungkot sa atin, or even make us question God. That's why it is important to be watchful and aware. Kung alam mo ang strategy ng kaaway, dapat one step ahead tayo. Always remember the Lord, His goodness, and promises. Alam mo ba na importante ang morning routine? Morning routine helps us set the tone for the day. So, if you use your mobile phone or check social media first thing in the morning, may mataas na tendency na mag-increase ang anxiety at stress mo. Maaari ding masira ang ability mo to focus and umaga pa lang, distracted ka na. So for those who haven't watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix, I suggest to try to watch it and learn deeper about how social media affects us. Now moving on, in Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 14, Nehemiah told the people to remember the Lord who is great and glorious. At dahil vigilant sila and aware na may enemy, ang strategy ginawa nila is yung isang kamay may hawak na tools paggawa ng wall, while yung isang kamay naman is holding a weapon. They did not let their guard down. May nagbabantay sa gate kahit tanghaling tapat at sobrang init. Mababasa po natin ito sa Nehemiah chapter 7 verse 3. Katulad na sa puso natin, di ba? Sabi sa Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23, guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Guard the affections of your heart. Nehemiah and the people prayed and set up guards. And in the end, fast forward, napagtagumpayan nila lahat ng oppositions, and the people rebuilt the wall that lay in ruins for 70 years. After that, they worshipped and thanked God. In Nehemiah chapter 12 verse 27, they were to take part in the joyous occasion with their songs of thanksgiving and with the music of cymbals, harps, and lyres. Katulad ng ginagawa natin during worship, merong celebration and thanksgiving. According to purpose-driven worship, the heart of worship is celebration of who God is. It's about God. So sa lahat po ng napag-usapan natin ngayong araw na ito, I pray that Nehemiah's life made an impact to you, to all of us. And I pray that you will have a nice day and great day. God bless.